Hey, welcome back to the channel. My name is Keith and I'm sure glad you stopped by today. In today's video, I invite you to come along with me as I fire up my char griller charcoal grill, and we're gonna put 84 wings on the grill. That's right. We're gonna push this char griller to the limit. We're gonna put 84 wings on the grill and we're gonna cook these indirect using the 2-zone method. Now, I just got back from Sam's Club. I picked up 2 of those big jumbo packs of wings. We're gonna cut them up into half, and then that's gonna give us 84 wings. You may be asking, well, dude, why are you grilling 84 wings? Well, I have a large family. My wife and I have 8 kids, so this should be enough for today, and then some for tomorrow for lunch or so. So I'm gonna take you start through finish, through the whole process, show you step by step how we gonna get these wings juicy, man. Make sure that color's right, that texture's right, and that flavor's right. And I'm gonna give you a couple of tips and tricks along the way to hopefully help you out when you're on the grill. So if that sounds good to you, let's dive in. Before we get into today's video, just wanted to give a huge thank you to our channel members. Channel memberships are a great way to further support the channel, get additional perks, and access to more exclusive content. If you'd like to learn more about our channel memberships, please see the link in the description below. We're going with our standard 2 chimney starters for today's grilling session. I'll be using Kingsford Original Charcoal Briquettes. If you need some additional help with using chimney starters, I'll drop a card up above and leave a link down in the description below to a video that's dedicated to showing you how to use chimney starters. Here's a rundown of the seasonings we'll be using today: some extra virgin olive oil and some Rubbery seasoned salt. First thing we're gonna do is get our meat rinsed and prepped. I've mentioned this before. I'm old school on my position on rinsing chicken. I know there's some guidance out there these days about not rinsing chicken because it's unnecessary and can lead to cross-contamination. I think to each its own when it comes to this. You're free to do whatever you feel comfortable with. I like rinsing my chicken to remove any residual blood, bone fragments, and foreign particles, and I also want to see what the chicken is working with in general. And for these chicken wings, I want to make sure we don't have a lot of extra feathers and all that other stuff going on with the wing itself. However, if you're going to rinse your chicken, definitely take the necessary steps to properly sanitize your kitchen, sink area, and utensils when done. After rinsing our chicken and patting them dry with paper towels, let's go ahead and separate the drumettes from the flats. I like doing this when I'm cooking a large amount of chicken to make sure we can get it all comfortably on the grill. When separating my chicken, I prefer to use a nice quality pair of kitchen shears. Next, let's rub our chicken down with some extra virgin olive oil, and after that, we're ready to shake on some of our Rubbery seasoned salt. For today's grilling session, I'm going with my standard vent configuration. We'll set the intake vent to be wide open, and we'll set the exhaust stack to be set to about halfway. If we need to make any adjustments, we'll make them to the exhaust stack. But honestly, I very seldom make any adjustments at all to my vents. Through a lot of trial and error, I found that my grill drafts and performs the best with this vent configuration. So I just like leaving this alone. And if we need to make any adjustments for the sake of temperature, I'll make these to either the meat placement and fuel source. If you want more details on my philosophy for maintaining temperature on a charcoal grill, I'll drop a card here to a video for you to check out. Our coals are ready, so let's get our grill cleaned and lubed so we can put this meat on. We'll be configuring our grill today to have 2 zones. Zone number 1 on the right side, here we're gonna have our charcoal, and zone number 2 on the left side will not have charcoal. When setting up your grill like this, make sure you place the coals opposite your grill's exhaust stack. That way the smoke and heat has to travel across your food before leaving the grill. That's gonna help your food retain and absorb all that smoky flavor goodness. Now one extra step I'm gonna do here is add some pecan chunks to our cold bed. This is gonna help us add to the flavor profile of these chicken wings. I like to keep my grill open until I see the wood break out into an open flame. That way I know this wood is fully burning and we should get a nice clean smoke. Here you see I've also added an aluminum tray under our wings in zone number 2 to catch some of the fat and oil that renders off the chicken. That's gonna help make cleanup easier for us when we're all done. So we just got our wings on the grill. Our target temperature for today's grilling session, I want the grill to be at about 400 degrees. That's what I'm shooting for today. And you may be asking, 400, man, that's high. And it is. But what I've learned over the years in grilling wings, that those wings can take a high temperature. For example, if I'm doing them in the oven, man, I'll go 425 degrees. Not a problem. And what I found is that the higher you grill wings, as long as you're attentive, what that's gonna do, that's gonna help prevent those wings and that skin from getting rubbery, right? Especially since we're smoking today, we added some wood and you don't want that skin to be rubbery. I get some comments before and people asking, what do you do to prevent rubbery skin? And part of that is I grill at a high temperature. And because we're grilling at that high temperature, we just need to be mindful of that and making sure we're coming in periodically to check on our wings. So wings are looking good. We just got them on. Remember, we're doing that 2-zone indirect technique and shooting for 400 degrees. So if you're having an issue with your skin coming out rubbery or whatever on your chicken, just not quite right, definitely experiment with some higher temperatures. And how you achieve those higher temperatures is that you would add more charcoal, and also you would play with the vents. Try to play with the vent configuration on your grill. Try some things out. I like to have the intake vent wide open. You'll see on a number of my videos, I like to have that intake vent wide open, and I'll go to the exhaust stack and I'll set that to be about a halfway. And as you manipulate these vents, that's going to impact temperature. So make sure you have your vent set correctly for the temperature you want, and also to make sure your grill is drafting or breathing how you want it to breathe. And hopefully that helps you to prevent some of that rubbery skin on your chicken when you grill it. It's been about 30 minutes since we put our wings on. Here's a view of what the temperature gauge is showing. Now let's go in and check them out to make sure they're cooking evenly, and we'll also flip and rotate the wings as necessary. So we just went in, flipped and rotated our meat, and it looks great. So the topic I want to talk to you about, another topic I want to chat with you about, is how much wood should you use when you're adding wood to your grill when you're using this 2-zone indirect method? Well, my advice to you would be, when it comes to hardwoods, less is more. Less is more. And what I mean by that is, think about wood the same way you would when you're seasoning meat, right? You don't want to over season meat. You don't want to over salt meat. Less is more. And when you're adding hardwoods to your grill, you got to have that balance. You know what I mean? You got to have that balance. You don't want to use too much wood, and now your meat has got this bitter, sooty type of flavor that's been imparted on it. You don't want that. You don't want to serve that up. So less is more. For the chicken wings we have on today, if you recall, I put 3 pretty good sized chunks of pecan wood on top of the cold bed, and that's it. We're not going to add any more wood during this cook. I did 3 chunks because we're cooking 80 something wings, and I wanted to make sure we had enough smoke rolling around in there to really give all those wings an opportunity to absorb that smoke. So when you're using hardwoods, regardless of what you use, cherry, you know, you got cherry, you got mesquite, and everything in between, less is more. So give that a try and let me know what you think down in the comments below. It's been about 40 minutes since we were last here. Temperature gauge is showing 360 degrees right now. So we're falling off from that 400 degree mark we want to be. So let's be mindful of that. So let's go in here, take a look around, flip and rotate, and see how this chicken is cooking. So after looking around, I think I want to go in here and do some rearranging. There's some pieces that are closer to the coals that are cooking a bit faster. So let's go ahead and get some stuff reworked here, and we'll be right back. Our chicken wings have been on the grill now for about 2 hours, and they are temping above the safe to eat temperature for chicken, which is 165 degrees Fahrenheit. However, the color of these wings isn't quite where I want it to be just yet. You see that some of the wings are still a bit pale. Now keep in mind, we've got over 80 wings on this grill, so that's why it's taking me a bit longer to achieve my desired color. So I'm gonna let these wings go a bit longer, and y'all can go ahead and head inside, and I'll see you at the dinner table so that we can enjoy this meal with the rest of the family.
Wow.
All right, y'all, let's get busy. The family is just getting settled at the table, but I've got Judah right here putting in work. Noah's right here doing this thing, and the rest of the family is on my left and right. So let's go ahead and get into it. All right, y'all. Remember, man, we cooking
Daddy.
upwards of 80-something pieces of chicken.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Mimi.
Yeah, Mimi over there. You see Mimi? So we had 80-something pieces of chicken. So it took me a while longer to let this go and get that color I want and that texture. But this is a good example of this is what I'm shooting for when it comes to color and texture. So we got a little drumhead right here. Let's go ahead and get into it.
Daddy. Daddy.
Oh yeah. Hold on. Yeah. No, I want to. There you go now. There you go. Yeah. I think Noah wants me to take this meat off the bone, so let me do that. Hold on. There you go. Daddy take it off for you?
Yeah.
You good now?
Yeah.
Alright, you good. So we got Noah taken care of. So back to this drumette.
Mimi.
You good, no? You good?
Yeah.
Alright. Drumette is good, guys. The flavor is good. I like that pecan wood. If you watch the channel, you know I do a lot of hickory smoking. But this pecan was a nice switch up. I would say it's a bit milder. Would you say that, El? Mm-hmm. A bit milder than the hickory, but it's good. That's good. Cleaning that bone off, yeah. Good. Coming off nice. Good and flavorful. Now let's go in on one of these flats. It's a flat right there. Good example of the color and the texture I want. We're gonna go for the split first.
Daddy.
Oh yeah.
Daddy.
That's good. That's right. It's good. And remember, y'all, less is more when it comes to wood. Right? I think of wood, like I told y'all, like I do seasoning, man. You can overdo it on your seasoning. You can overdo it on your wood. More wood doesn't necessarily mean better taste. You get into that bitter taste that just overpowers the meat, and you don't want that. So the wings are awesome. We achieved the texture, we achieved the color, and the taste is on point, and I'm pleased. So definitely give this a try. Indirect method, 2-zone technique. I cooked upwards of 80 wings today, but you all know I got a large family. You could definitely do this with whatever kind of charcoal grill you got. Just remember, guys, Keep learning from grilling session to grilling session. Get out there, do your thing. Don't become discouraged. And just keep on coming back to the grill. Just like y'all need to keep on coming back to this channel and checking out our content. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope this video helped you out. If it did, hit that subscribe button and click that bell so anytime we drop a new video, you'll be the first to know. Hit that like button and leave me some comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you're interested in any of the products we used in today's video, we'll leave some links down below. Hope you have an awesome day, and thanks for watching.